Today, we're going to take a look at the GSI Coffee Rocket. Yeah, that's right. It literally looks like a rocket. Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another episode here at Gideon's Tactical. Well, if you know anything about me and the channel and my crew, we all really dig and love coffee. And there's something therapeutic and fun about making a batch of coffee in the backcountry particularly. And literally, I have about 7 different ways in my home at the moment that I can make a cup of coffee, regardless if it's at the house or out in the backcountry. So, I mean, everything from collapsible pour overs to French presses to, I mean, you name it. If you can make coffee with it, I probably own it, and we've tested it out here at the channel. So it's something that I really enjoy. I'm always looking for the next thing to even make it a little smaller, a little more compact, a little bit lighter. And so that's why I was interested in the GSI Rocket Coffee Rocket. Now, what made me first gravitate to it is that it's under $10. Most of my other pour overs that I have, don't mind little GT Junior. You want to come in?
No.
No? You good right where you're at? All right. That I own are usually more like $15 to $20. This coming in at under $10. Made by GSI. I have several other coffee GSI, portable systems that I've really enjoyed. So, I've had a good track record with them in the past. And it's supposed to break down and fit inside your coffee mug. So all those things really seem to work well and something I was looking for. Plus the fact that it doesn't require any paper filters of any kind. Some of the ones that I have either has a screen or has paper filter requirements. This is its own completely integrated system without any extra pieces being added and no extra trash aside from the coffee grounds, which is pretty sweet. So those things all connected with me. So I'm just going to run through some basic specs here as I run in some B-roll. What this is it has a polymer snorkel. Everything's like a polymer. It's going to weigh 2.7 ounces. So that's awesome. Really nice and lightweight. Its capacity is 1 cup, 8 ounces of water at a time. It has a diameter of 3.3 inches and has a height of 3.8 inches. So it'll fit in your GSI Infinity Backpacker cups and most other 2-cup what's it called? Backpacking cups, I guess. It'll fit inside those. And so what it also has is its drip cone, it has a little snorkel, has its filter screen, has a nesting cup, and then it has the fold-out legs. So that's another aspect that's really nice is that these fold-up legs, it's all fitting inside itself and can then fit inside the coffee cup. But the legs not only fold up, but then kick out and will fit on very large-mouthed cups, basically almost to the point of small bowls. So it can really fit a lot of different diameter sized mouths on cups that you might want to fill up with coffee. So that's really sweet as well. So all these things, all of it coming together really connected with me. So everything up until this point is awesome. This is the downer, is that this thing takes a long time for it to drip through and give you that 8 ounces of coffee. Okay, we are basically at 7 minutes by the time it's done dripping. Getting some last little drips in there.
It's still boiling.
There we go.
I see it. I see it. I see it.
Oh yeah?
And then coffee bean.
Let's try temperature and strength based off of a coarser grind. That's a pretty good strength. I would have liked it a little stronger, but I like really dark coffee. So, I mean, it's definitely, if I was in the backcountry backpacking, that would definitely be good. It's definitely on the cooler temperature level. It's like at perfect drinking temp, which is fine for like about the next 10 minutes. But if I'm working around the campsite, unless I down my coffee right away, it's going to get pretty cold pretty quick. It is still steaming.
It's still steaming.
So 7 minutes on my coarse grind, giving me basically a good taste temperature, good drink temperature, but not as hot as if I had just done a pour over with my GSI pour over or Sea to Summit pour over or whatever. And those will take me 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes to do one of those. And I can do more ounces as well. That's another thing. I can do 10 ounces, 12 would kind of be pushing it in one sitting, but I can get a little more coffee in a shorter period of time. Gonna pop that guy off. You can just rinse that off real quick. There's our grounds.
It's coffee?
Yeah.
Just put it in your cup.
So,
Wait.
there's that.
That's it?
So there you have it. I mean, 7 minutes for 8 ounces. I mean, that's forever. That's coarse coffee for me, guys. I usually like it a lot finer. I don't normally prefer to have it that coarse, and that was pretty coarse. So I don't know how they're getting, because this is rated for 2 to 3 minutes is what the box says. I don't know how they're doing they must be putting like beans of coffee, whole beans in there to try and get that type of rating. I think the mesh screen is just too fine, so that the water takes too long to drip through, and it's just kind of sitting there. And in a cold environment, cold early in the morning, it's going to be drinkable for about 5-10 minutes, and then it's going to start to get too cool and just not enjoyable any longer in your mug. So for me, I love everything about it, but except for the speed. The speed takes too long, and then because it takes too long, one, you're just sitting there waiting forever for your cup of coffee, and then after that, it just doesn't hold its heat very long because it's not very hot when you get it in your cup. So it doesn't produce what I would like, and it's not going to go with me when I go into the backcountry, when I go backpacking, hiking, camping, whatever. If the screen had better holes in it, maybe I'll drill them out. I doubt it. Yeah, so the ones that I would recommend to you are either the GSI pour over, and that's a collapsible pour over. The downside is it doesn't fit inside your mug. It's bigger. It has a bigger footprint in diameter than most mugs, so that's kind of why I was hoping this rocket would fit and work. But that will run you between $15 $20. It's a fantastic pour over. I use it all the time at home, and it's awesome. And then I'll take it out hiking as well. But you have to use paper filters. If you want to use something that doesn't necessarily require paper filters, then Sea to Summit has their x-brew that you can either use paper or their mesh screen, and that works really well. And that's between $15 and $20 as well. So those are still the two lightest and better ways, in my opinion, still to make a pour over cup of coffee to date that I have tested out. So we will have links in the description below over to Amazon as well as Backcountry for those 2 items that I recommended. But Backcountry as well as Amazon will have those 2 other ones that I do recommend, that I do use on a regular basis from GSI and Sea to Summit. And thank you for also using our Knockaround Sunglass hyperlink. Great sunglasses for the whole family. And if you're looking for tools or knives, fixed blades, saws, multi-tools, flashlights, check out bladehq.com. Those links below also will take you over there, and they got great stuff going on there, and we always appreciate it when you guys use those hyperlinks. So I hope this video has just been informative, showing you a new way to make coffee that for me flopped. Just takes too long and doesn't give me a warm cup of coffee, and I would prefer to go with something else and use something else at this point in time. So thank you guys. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media. We invite you to subscribe if you're not a current subscriber. Join the GT family, throwing up videos like this every single week. Check us out as well through the mailbag. You can put hashtag mailbag, ask a question, you might get it answered in an upcoming video. And finally, guys, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.